Hey everybody, back at you here. Take you for a little farm tour. Show you what I got going on around here. We got some pigs, got a few cows, got some farm equipment. So I figure why not show everybody what we got going on here. I call it recreational farming. Just for the fact, don't do it for money. We do use all the meat ourselves, butcher ourselves. Here's the pigs. Looking pretty healthy. Here's Charlie. Hey Charlie. How you doing, buddy? His mom and sister are over another farm getting bread right now. Yeah, so little farm ski here. Hey pigs. I love pigs. They talk to you all the time like that. Always happy to see you. All right, we'll see you in a little bit, pigs. Lock them back up here. Put our lock back in. They haven't figured that one out yet. All right, take you up here to the machine shed, show you some equipment. A little windy today. It was really windy yesterday. Holy man, like 30-mile-an-hour gusts up here. If you don't know, I'm up in Wisconsin. Like I say, I just do some recreational farming. So all this stuff's older equipment, but we work on it, me and my dad, to make sure it runs up to the best of its ability. Yeah, 706. This thing, Dad put a lot of work into it at first, but it's been running flawlessly for the past, I don't know, 6 years. I haven't hardly done anything, change oil. Grease her up. I got a loader for it, obviously, bell loader brackets. So it's worn a loader its whole life. Had a cab on it one time, you can see on the hood. So these are not the original fenders, obviously. All the IH guys know that. Get the old Haybine 80 through 30. Put a lot of work into that too, roller bearings. That was a big job, had to cut the old ones off. Rebuilt the cutter bar on her, probably needs to be rebuilt again. Did that quite a few years ago now. I try to keep everything cleaned up in the sheds, grease it up, so she's always ready to go. Old AH70 moldboard. Thing works nice. I don't believe it's hardly sat out a day in its life. That's why I bought it. And the theme in here is I'm kind of an IH guy if you can't tell. Everything's red. Sprayer unit. That was actually set up originally by the local IH dealership. It's got a sticker on the back. Like I say, everything's kind of low buck. Just kind of play with it. I played with the farm equipment when I was a kid, so now I just got the big stuff and I ride on it and pull it around the field. Got a Cycle 800. It works pretty decent. I've used it for the past couple years now. Plants corn, planted sunflowers this year with it. I've planted soybeans with it. Old H'er, we had to put new tires on it. Well, didn't have to, I suppose. Could have found some used ones, but the originals kept getting sidewall tears, so Dad just went and bought new ones. This again, wore a loader its whole life, so front end's a little sloppy, but runs great. It's a great little raking tractor. Got a 258 hay rake. I like this rake. Dad picked this up. That extra foot the 258 gives you is really nice for putting windrows together. Works great. We went through this. Works flawlessly. New U-joints. New shaft that goes through here. That was an expensive piece, but the old one was worn out, so what do you do? Gearbox, we haven't gone through that, but just keep it plump full of grease. Grease is equipment's best friend. Birds are crapping all over it, but like I say, try to keep everything inside. We got our baler, little 273 jobby. thrower. Haven't really gone through this except putting teeth on and greasing it up, but it works. Try to keep the knotters up to date. All you guys know, if you bale hay, there's nothing worse than knotters that don't work. So we have gone through and just made sure everything's into spec. Make sure twine discs and our knives and everything are doing what they're supposed to. Bill hooks. Tell you what, the best thing I did was I found an original owner's manual for this thing. If you want to know how to run these, it tells you exactly how to do it in the owner's manual. I know, weird. But shows you all the grease points and just keep them greased up. And these old New Hollands, this ain't the quickest unit on the market, but all I need to do is tie bales and not give me any guff. The only thing I wish it had is the longer tongue. Because right now with our tractor setup, I usually use a 706 here. And you're always running over the windrow because it's set up for wide row. Because that has never been changed, and that is I have a wide row planter. But like you say, nothing special, just the regular sweep. Picks the hay up just fine. I'd like a super sweep, but not in the cards right now. Like I say, it's just recreational. And here's our little pet project. I picked this up from a guy. Didn't run. Transmission gears are really nice and tight. It's a 806 gas. So we are in the process of going through that, and I want to totally mint this tractor out, because right now we just use gas tractors because we don't do that many acres. And these start all the time, don't need ether. Hit the choke a little bit and this one fires right up. The only problem we had is we just put rings in it, thought we could get away with that instead of doing a major rebuild on it. Well, it smokes out the breather quite heavy. Lots of power, burns lots of gas, but just that smoke out of the breather. I don't want a restored tractor with that on it. Having smoke pouring out of the breather, that's kind of embarrassing. Eventually I want to get new meats for it. It's got the step-up rims to 38s on it, 18.4 38s. So she moves down the road pretty quick. Got a few oil leaks to fix on her in the back end. Haven't really gone back here yet. Dual remote 3-point tractor. Like I say, this thing shifts gears really nice. So right now we just got a little tank hooked up on her. So I use it for brush mowing and pulling wagons around the yard. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. Eventually I want to do baling and plant with it and play around with it a little bit. See if I can sneak on this side of it here. It's got a little Cub Cadet tank on it right now that feeds it, so 2.5 gallons really does not go that far. I've always liked the looks of the 806, that's why I bought one. Something about that grill. Let's see if you see the grill. Yep. Here's the other side of the baler. Pretty straight baler here. Now here's a grain drill. My great grandpa bought this brand new. I don't know what year. I should find out from my grandma. But it's been on this farm its whole entire life. The only problem with it, now the dogs are worn out in the wheels, so I thought about making it into a 3-point and using the 806 just to lift the whole dang thing up and down and lock it out. Just to keep it on the farm. I don't know. Lots of opportunities to buy stuff. I mean, this equipment's pretty reasonable on auctions, and you get burned on some and you win on others. All right, that's this shed. Let's see if I don't fall down here. Just bought this year. New Holland 33 flail chopper. It's just a little 5-foot jobby. But like I say, we only run 3-4 cows and you can't green chop a lot anyway. So was sitting in a field for quite a long time, as you can see by all the moss. And I'll show you this pulley down here because it's new. This is the last one my dad found. He works for an IH dealership, and he found that new old stock. And that's about the only one in the US right now that was on that. So this pulley was actually rusted out. It sat so long. And that idler pulley was rusted out. But I ran it as long as I could with that, and I want to make sure all the bearings worked and everything before I stuck money into it, because once again it's an auction piece. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So eventually it wobbled and took the belt off. So Dad found a new belt too. He's a wizard when it comes to that stuff. I mean, it's a pretty decent shape. As far as it goes, mismatched tire, I hate mismatched tires. Hate it. It's getting windy out again. What? Just the old flail chopper cut throw thing. Never had one before, so I'm learning on the fly on this. Wish it had hydraulic control for up and down instead of this manual crank. But eventually we might upgrade it. Turn this, lowers it up and down. Alright, see what we got in the old other shed here. I should show you guys. Oh, old farm, let's see what we got. Alright, here's my cob corn from last year. I still need to do something with it because this year's harvest is coming up quick. Just got a few gravity boxes. As you can see, yep, old snowmobile hoods. Old snowmobiles. Old Cub Cadets. See if I can get through here without falling or dropping the camera here. Alright, squeeze through here. Old snowmobile parts. Show you a shot of the old Leprechaun. Don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. My dad's Olympic that I've pretty much parted out. My duals for my Cub. Yeah, I know. Really into old stuff. Kids' toys, more old snowmobiles. Got an old skiddy. As you can see, I'm really into old stuff. My dad's old car. Another parts car. Another gravity box full of corn. Need to find a grinder mixer yet. We're working on it. We're working on it. See if I can get through here. This old snowmobile. Old snowmobiles, old parts. We need to clean this shit up. I think that's the goal. Is to clean this up this year. Get that more functional for parking stuff. There's a loader for the 706 bale elevator. There's a few more pieces out there. Kick racks, another plow, another gravity box. What? This is my life. This is what I do every day when I'm home, get home from work. Come out to this nice land. Man, yeah, terrible view, isn't it? Just terrible. I love it. All right, thanks for watching.